Hello. All right. So what we planned out yesterday and Sunday did finally happen. Uh right after FOMC. Well, kind of before, but uh yeah, it was before, but we got there. What's up, Joey? How's it going? So, now that we are past kind of the daily weekly target I was looking at, coming into Thursday, let's check out the weekly. So when we get into this area up here, I'm gonna be really selective with what I'm looking at, just because it's uh, not an area I want to do too much in. So definitely gonna be aware of that weekly levels there. Obviously, we're still moving bullish really nicely. Uh, we got this really good daily close. And here was our target we were aiming for yesterday. Once we got above here, that was kind of our area we were looking. Yes, broke way above. I was expecting to maybe tap into my gray box and then turn around. But I had an alert set, so once we broke this wick, I was like, uh-oh. We got a really good chance of continuing up, which we did, so that was nice. But now we're kind of at this daily level here that I'm going to, I guess we'll mark this and just see what the kind of the smaller time frame look like, but definitely don't want to be trading next to that wick. I'll mark that. Might change it when we scale down in time frames, but I just want to remember where that is. Daily resistance there. And ideally, what I would prefer to see is stop, make support right here, and then we push back up to there. If we go higher, great. But this is kind of the area I want to try to catch a move in for tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what Asian does. I mean, if it just keeps going up, okay, maybe we can catch something on the top here, but I we got to get above there first. I don't want to do anything in here to here is kind of what I'm trying to avoid. Unless it pushes up and gives us traffic to trade next to, then that's a little different. So if it like goes up and then gives some traffic to trade next to, that's kind of fresh, but out of this area for sure. Or something like that or like that. Perfect. That would be much nicer. But to just trade into this, this, and this, I will be passing on that. But yeah, so what I want to see is the daily pullback, reject this area roughly, and then head back up and continue bullish for Friday, or for Thursday. 4 hour, kind of same thing. That's our resistance we just got above. A little break, a little retest, and continued up back to this range up here, which if we line up, kind of bouncing on those wicks right there. So for me, looking at it for the week, all week has been buys. So if we zoom out on the hourly, just remember this is my weekly break line. Man, this is kind of my weekly break line here. So this is the start of the week. This is where we are now. Basically, just keep buying the pullbacks on the hourly once there's a target. So in my head now, made a target, pullback, whether it be here, or maybe a fake out under here, little liquidity grab that, and go back up to the high. Perfect. Doesn't matter where it is. That's just kind of just waiting for a pullback and some support to get created at some of our potential areas we're looking at. Preferably kind of this area, but this area with the 1 hour confirmations would still be, I would still like that as long as we come down nice. If we come down like absolute crap, then and the way up is not nice, then probably just wait a little longer for a better support, kind of something See if we have any examples from this week. I mean, yeah, not really a whole lot to look at for this week on the hourly. But basically just a pullback is all I'm looking for now. We got our high, we got our target. We've already hit the weekly target, and we're way above it. So just keep looking at buys if they set up. And see what Thursday does, and then based off of Thursday, depending on how we react up at this daily weekly resistance, then reassess from there. Because if we start rejecting up here and then we start printing bearish structure up top, make some lows, get some targets, maybe we take it back down a little bit. But I think overall, depending on what happens here, we're still looking to go up. It's just a matter of where's this pullback gonna pull back to. And we have a lot of excuse me. We have all these wicks over here. Oh, that's wrong color. We got kind of these wicks over here that we could be making our bottom wick in, but it also kind of lines up, if the bottom of these kind of line up with these here. So for me, I'm just kind of, I'd like to see a wick, some sort of retest down there, to then continue back up to the high we created as well as the resistance, so we don't have to trade into this. So that's what I'm looking for, is just a pullback. It doesn't have to come exactly to here. It could come to here, here, wherever. As long as we have a 15-20 pip target, and it's during the session, obviously not just randomly during Asian, then we're good. If price just keeps going up in here, once we clear, basically the top of my box should be the top of those wicks up there on the monthly and the weekly. Then I'd be looking for buys in this area once we've already established ourselves above. But if Thursday, Friday, just playing inside of here, it's going to have to be a really nice setup for me to do anything. Otherwise, I'll probably just call it a week based on, I think on Sunday we talked about it. If we got above this wick here, we have a really good chance of returning to here, as we're now back in this range. That's what we did so far. Once we got to here, that was kind of our plan for the week. Then we're kind of done. But we're past that now. We still got 2 days left. Thursday's usually a pretty good day. Plus, we got some good news coming out that should have some nice volume as well. So that's kind of it. Not a whole lot else to talk about. But I guess we can quick run through top down super quick. Man. So also kind of like we talked about yesterday or 2 days ago, kind of this monthly liquidity grab as we're in this range, but also being in the range, we're in an uptrend on the monthly until we do break 149. And then that breaks our structure on the monthly, and then we can get these. We got a really nice move right here. Like I said, clean under 149.064. So, but we're still in an uptrend. We're ranging. And last month we did make a higher high, so potentially gonna go and fill that wick if we can get through here, and then we should be continuing up. And once we're above here, I mean, it's, when was that? 2016. Yeah, I don't know, but above 164, I mean, yeah, 164. We got some nice candles here, but we first need to get above here. And if this monthly again rejects this area, then again another move back down, potentially fill this wick. However, this monthly does close, could still come back close bearish, we don't know. Weekly, same thing, just coming to this resistance. We got to see what happens up here, and to target this low, we're gonna need, I don't see this weekly turning, flipping, and coming down here this week. I don't see that happening at all. We'll probably just pull back, leave a wick, reject this area. Next week we'll close bearish, kind of up in here, maybe underneath this 154, 155 area. or just a bearish close in general works too. Something like this, doesn't matter. Then we target this low, and then we finally return here. So, but for Asian, nothing for me in Asian, but Asian London into tomorrow for New York. Pullback, target whatever high we create. If we keep going up, same thing, wait for the pullback, target whatever high we create, unless we're up in here. So any questions or anything? Otherwise, that'll pretty much be it for GJ for me. Joey, any thoughts? Alright, fam. I will be back probably Tuesday or Wednesday. And I'll maybe just send a picture of my outlook on Sunday, as I will be on vacation. Yeah. Yeah, not much else to say, Joey. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Just wait for the high, the pullback, trade the trend till it changes. So I will see you guys Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'll try to send my outlook on Sunday in a picture in the little community channel or Instagram or both, whatever. But yeah, have a good rest of the weekend. Good weekend.